Reporters, we were watching to see what would happen with the US housing bust. There was something going wrong. It was an obscure French bank, BNP Paribas, an obscure credit fund that all of a sudden decided people, its investors, could not get their money.
Funds based in France, that meant this was global. This sowed the seeds of what was going to happen in the fall of 2008. And it was that loss of confidence. And so, well, if we don't know what they're worth, we don't know what the banks are worth. And then that started prompting people to ask the question of, well, what's underpinning the banks? How much equity do they have?
And now people didn't trust banks, and so banks started demanding more money just to lend to each other because nobody was sure who had more subprime.
Assalamualaikum and good morning. I'm Noriana. And I'm and this is BBC News. The United States economy is afflicted by another crisis. The crisis known as the United States Subprime Mortgage was triggered by a large decline in home prices after the collapse of a housing bubble. When the housing market bubble busted, the prices began to fall, and refinancing mortgage became more expensive as adjustable rate market was reset at a higher mortgage rate. It has resulted in mortgage delinquencies and foreclosures, and the duration of housing-related securities. The bank sector was under-supervised and ill-capitalized to handle the mortgage market shock. As a result, the major banks in the country faced liquidity problems. The crisis was caused by several factors. The factors include the low interest rate policy of the United States Federal Reserve Bank, the inability of borrowers to meet their mortgage payments due to the increase of mortgage rates after resetting, overextended credit, as well as predatory lending practices and speculation. To counter the recessions, the Malaysian government introduced stimulus packages to revive the economy. Domestic demand is expected to provide the main support to the economy, with public sector expenditure as the main driver of the domestic demand. The government announced the first economic stimulus package, which amounted to 7 billion ringgit. The government claimed that the funds would be allocated to projects with the highest and immediate multiplier impact on the economy. Several measures to directly support private consumptions were also introduced, such as reductions of EPS contributions from 11% to 8% and the higher vehicle loan eligibility for civil servants. The 7 billion stimulus package, which accounted for approximately 1% of Malaysian GDP, was criticized as too small, as the global economic condition deteriorates into the fourth quarter of 2008 and early 2009. The Malaysian economy faced the prospect of the deep recession. The worse than expected global trade slowdowns and the sharper plug in the trade in January 2009 prompted the government to introduce a second stimulus package that was bigger and more comprehensive, totaling 16 billion ringgit in March 2009. Now we are going to pass to Ms. Shafika in Studio 2 for further discussion.
Okay, right now we are broadcasting live from Studio 2, in which we would like to know the comments of our economists and people who are affected by the crisis, the subprime mortgage crisis. One of these affected people is the banker itself. So here we have Ms. Safwana as our economist, and also Ms. Amalina as one of the affected bankers who is facing with this tremendous crisis. So Ms. Safwana and Ms. Amalina, as the economist and also the one who is affected by this crisis, what do you see from this crisis and what effect that could be faced by our economy? So what would you like to comment regarding to this?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shafika. From my opinion, we can see the effect of this crisis to several industry and group. The first industry that affected is auto industry, US auto industry, that was hard hit by this subprime mortgage crisis, and the main cause of its delays include high cost, oil price, high currency due to the subprime mortgage crisis. And now American buyers are keen to spend in more fuel efficient and environmental friendly car than gas guzzling in GM brand. Also, we can see the retail growth in the European market, and the UK also suffer due to the slowdown in the consumer spending.
Okay. How about you, Ms. Safwana? What is your opinion regarding to this?
Okay, based on my opinion, is US money money market also suffer greatly due to this crisis. Because drop in the money market financing mean that firms which were using corporation investor money also run out of funds. When the banking sector faced liquidity problems starting in 2007 due to this crisis, individual and firm found it's hard to obtain loan since the bank were reluctant to provide them. So therefore this will increase the unemployment rate.
Okay. So in summarize, the crisis will affect everyone in the different sectors in our country. But the most affected people are the people who involved in investment and banking sectors, right? So, and we know that this crisis also will affect not only us, but also the economy of all countries around the world. So, Ms. Amalina, what do you think about the recovery of this crisis? I mean, like, what solution that can be done to recover the economy due to this crisis?
Okay, I think from my opinion, the government took several intended to lessen the damage. The first one, capital injection by government side. And the US government passed the economic stabilization end of 2008, during the October 2008. And this law include the $700 billion in funding the troubled bank. Also, the government built out major financial institutions and proposed measures. Okay, the second one, we can see the government was aimed at encouraging either to reward payment and other term on troubled mortgage or to refinance the underwater mortgage, loan that exceed the market value of home rather than aggressively seek foreclosure. And the last one, in my opinion, the government also implement the monetary policy to lowering federal fund target. So this is the initiatives taken by the government to recovery from the crisis.
Okay. So, in order to recover the economy from this crisis and avoid from this subprime mortgage crisis from happening in the future, we need to have proper tools and also the processes to assess the financial risk. However, it may have a few barriers or challenges that we need to face to accomplish the economic recovery. So, what, in your perspective, Ms. Safwana, what do you think about the challenges for the future?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Shafika. Of course, there are a lot of challenges to accomplish economic recovery. Like I just mentioned before, one of the impact of this crisis is liquidity problem. So from this liquidity problem, we give challenge to Central Bank of the USA, which is Federal Reserve in partnership with Central Bank around the world to increase the liquidity. There are several steps to increase liquidity, such as lower interest rate and expanding the market supply. So from lower the interest rate so that the firm and individual can obtain loan and loan from the bank, and then will help to increase the liquidity. So as an economy, we will face challenge to determine which bank is solvent. This is because the US banking system is effective insolvent due to the combination of high leverage and losses. For the example, equity is negative or will be as the crisis progresses. So this crisis also gives challenge to the government to stabilize the economies in future. So there are few steps taken by government to stabilize the economy, such as cut the federal base rate, which the enable rapid growth fast in the economy. Afterward, the unemployment rate also decrease, and economic activity will increase. So actually, there are a lot of challenges to accomplish the economic recovery. However, the main challenge is how we avoid it from make similar mistake that most probably such issue will happen again.
So everyone, including the government, also the corporations itself need to work in hand in hand to overcome this challenge in the future, right? So, okay, thank you for the interview just now. So we will go back to the studio one.
Thank you, Ms. Shafika. That is all from BBC News. Have a nice day. Thank you.